Hello everybody and welcome to Workshop Studios, and glad to see you back here. Today's project is down here, and I'll show you. We're working on mirrors today, and I'm zooming in. Here we go. Ready? See how that mirror, the silver plating on the mirror has started to tarnish, I guess you'd call it. And the edge of the mirror is kind of looking the same way all the way around. Just a little bit battered. Well, it's almost 30 years old, but the rest of the mirror is good. It doesn't have any issues inside the mirror. So how to sort of keep the mirror but make it upgraded and looking better. So let's talk about that today. First, let me show you a mirror that we've already done, and you'll see what that's supposed to look like when we get done. And this is what the mirror looks like, or a mirror, when it's finished with the framing. So it does turn out very nicely, and can be a reasonably inexpensive way to upgrade the bathroom. So follow along as we do this project. Step one in this process, now that you've seen what it's supposed to look like when we're done, is pick out a molding that you like the look of. And there's a couple of choices at your big box stores. And then measure to make sure you get enough of the molding so that you can do that. And then you're going to have to cut 45s just like a picture frame. So make sure you can cut a nice clean 45 on these. I used a miter saw to do mine, but if you don't have one, you can still do it by hand, even with molding. Just got to mark it well. And then choose a color for that molding, and you saw the one I just showed you. And here's what we've chosen for this one, which is going to be similar to the one that I just showed you. And the idea is to try and match the faucet color, and that was the idea downstairs as well. So in this case, we picked that color, and the next step is just to use spray paint. And they sell spray paint that basically matches that pewter color in this case, and so then you just start spraying it, and it does take multiple coats to get a good look on them. And so once you're done with that, then it's time to start the install. All right, through the magic of video, poof, I've already painted, measured, cut, and dry fit these 4 pieces to build the frame. And so the next step is to figure out how to attach it to the mirror. And there's a couple of ways to do this. We can use caulk would be just fine, and it doesn't need to be very strong. These aren't super heavy, and they kind of sit on each other as it goes around, so we're just trying to keep them from falling away from the mirror. So you can use caulking, double-sided tape, hot glue can do it too. I'm kind of thinking of going either double-sided tape or hot glue, and the reason is because I want it to go up and be solid almost right away. Caulking takes time to form a bond and to dry if you want. So it takes a little while, and I don't want it moving around on me. So I'm going to try some double-sided tape first and see how that works. So let's do that. All right, so I put little pieces of double-sided tape. You can see them. Maybe you can see them. Just a handful of them. What I'm a little nervous about is they're thick, so it may be that it doesn't look very good. I may hold it too far away from the mirror. But let's see how it looks. I think it looks all right. I can see it right there. But that's where I have to be looking for it. I think it's going to be all right. Okay, here we go. There's one up. Let's keep going. Well, so I modified the tape pattern on this. As you can see, this is the inside here. And I've put the tape, hope you can see this. I've put the tape so it doesn't come all the way to this edge here, because you can kind of see it if you look in the mirror. So I've made smaller pieces so they're back away. And it turns out that the side pieces on either side here. There's no mirror over there. I cut it so that they would go out to the edge, which means that this piece is going to angle back a little bit. So I left the tape off the bottom of this just to get the angle right. And we'll see how this looks. I'll put this one up and we'll see how that goes. So let's point you up. So the last piece, and this one's a little tricky because it's got to go under these lights here first. And that gets stuck to the mirror, which I think I just did. No, okay. There we go. There we are, under the mirror. Okay, set it on top of there. Get them lined up before it sticks. There we go. That one's lined up. Get this one lined up here. There we go. Let these stick down. I'm going to put the tape on the wrong side. I got it on the right side. There we go. Okay, there's one. That's stuck. There's two. That's stuck. Bang. Why aren't you sticking? Let me check that out. All right. So it's up there, but it's not something you want to fiddle with very much because it'll sort of get out of alignment with this double-sided tape. Now, it could be that hot glue would hold it a little more solid. And I could have done that, but this will work just fine. And just a couple of quick notes is that when you look here, you can see the reflection of this. So you want to paint the back side of this so that it looks, you know, like the rest of it. And don't forget to do that. And you may not get perfect corners. That's pretty close. But you know what? Most of the time people don't notice these things, and you can kind of put some pretty things on your counter and you won't see it. So let's back up and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so there it is. All done and dusted. So we've now made a nice edge on this mirror, repurposed it, and pretty straightforward and for fairly small amounts of money. In fact, this was, you could call it free to me because I had this molding left over from another project, but fairly inexpensive way to salvage a mirror. So thanks for watching. Good luck with your remodeling projects and other things, and we'll catch you on the next video. Please like and subscribe. Bye.